Jim's and Omega. I'm trying to think, God, there's a lot of people out there that make valves, but you kind of special the area. You might have to Google this and see what you come up with on the valve side of things.
Okay.
I don't have any experience in the area of that particular thing. Most of mine is like process valves that go in chemical process or something goes on a piece of machinery. And this will be a smaller type valve. I mean, all that stuff's out there somewhere. I just don't know where to go other than those two guys there. So. And then see what available interfaces for the valve. In other words, is it pulse driven? Is it voltage driven? The analog signal, whatever the valve has for it, so we can.
What would be the preferable interface for them?
Well, the PWM is going to be the easier one.
Okay.
We can do analog, and we can do analog being say like, I don't know, 0 to 10 volts or something like that. The other one that may be, some of them have a frequency interface, and you drive it with a square wave, and you just vary the frequency of the square wave, and that works. So there's different techniques available. Some of them are current driven. Could be like 4 to 20 milliamps. Maybe another one. A little more difficult, needs some extra circuitry on the board, but still doable. I think we'll just see what you come up with and then decide what to do from
Yeah.
there.
Parts and see what how they
So
work.
what kind of components are available? Because we're talking about something, this valve's got to be pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The tubing, the little Tygon tubing I'm thinking of that goes to the tank is pretty small. So.
Yeah,
It's not too big.
1/4 inch probably.
Yeah, so that valve won't be very large. And I think this could be packaged really very compact. You get to it, because electronics, I mean, you can use something like this to test with, but if you got it under commercial size, it can go pretty
be a
small.
lot smaller.
Yeah.
It's good. That's
It and the valve could mount together probably. In the same little package if you want to do that, because I got to believe this thing could go on a board, on an 1.5 square board or something like that. The processor that we would use would be smaller than this. The newer version of this we got now is more in the order of this size right here. So we could get really small with this thing. Yeah, it's very small. And then if it's battery operated, the power supply in this case, the power supply on this board covers this little area right here. This would be much smaller because of, this is a high current sort of power supply, and it runs off of a engine-driven thing that's got a alternator to charge a battery, and the alternator has a lot of noise and problems, so we have to put other stuff on there to deal with that. If we run off pure batteries, that makes things real easy. So we just need a simple regulator, so that
So
really
we could
simplifies that.
contain the valve and the
Yeah, I think you
circuit
could
board
put
all
it
in the
together
same
in some
thing.
sort of little enclosure. The board maybe stands up beside the valve or something,
Mhm.
it would package really nice, I believe.
All right.
All right. That's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Programmable logic controller. It's a computer that was designed for the industrial market, so you can do all types of control things with it. It has analog and digital available, and it uses ladder logic, which is, you kind of have like a plus and a minus for the power supply, and in here you've got coils, in here you've got input things, resistive input things or whatever. And they're all lined up like this, and you go through and program this thing. That might be another thing for you guys to do. We could get one of these devices, and they're probably $200 to $500, somewhere in there. And you might be able to program this thing fairly easily, a little bit quicker. And then we can look at more, this would be like a version 2 or something else like this, and get something running pretty fast.
So like a improved, I guess.
Yeah, and then they'll be like first prototype breadboard, so to speak, and you move up,
Okay.
you get better with it.
Yeah.
These are available. I'm gonna give you a couple places you can find these things. I would say these are only two of them you find. referred to as a PLC.
Okay.
That's what it's called. That was quick.
Yeah.
Then you go out there and look around, see what you find there.
Okay.